One, two, one, two, three.
The day I walked down the street I used to wander, yeah, I shook my hand and made myself a bet. There was all these things that I don't think I remember. Hey, how lucky can one man get?
Well, you can't really talk about Uncle Richard without talking about his great sense of humor and his mischievous side. One of the earliest stories I think of when I think of his mischievous side is when I was still living at home in Steinbach with Mom and Dad. I was at home alone one night. It was dark out, and someone came to the door. I went to and opened the door, and there was this scary, gnarled old man at the door. It just freaked me out. I screamed and slammed the door and went running back inside to hide. And then a few minutes later, the phone rang, and it was Uncle Richard. And he was laughing, but he felt bad because he was just trying to play a little bit of a practical joke and obviously didn't realize I was at home alone. But he was wearing one of those rubber masks with the old man face, the kind that just fit over your whole head. Yeah, that's what he had done. So, of course, I can laugh about it today, but I was quite traumatized at the time. And poor Uncle Richard felt so bad. And then my mom reminded me of another story, and I suspect that many of you out there have witnessed this same thing with Uncle Richard that I'm about to tell you. And in fact, my husband Bob recalls the exact same thing happening when he was around many, many years later. But the story goes, Richard and Elaine were living in Sherwood Park, and my mom and dad had moved here and were waiting to get into their new place. So they were living with Richard and Elaine while they were waiting. And back in those days, Richard loved this movie called Misery with Kathy Bates and I can't remember, Michael Caine, I think. No. Anyways, you all know the movie. Uncle Richard loved that movie. And my dad, any of you that know him know that he is not a movie buff. He never was, unless it was about World War II. And so the movie Misery was just not up my dad's alley. He was not digging it. He was not enjoying it. And when it came to that infamous scene, which I'm not even going to say it because you all know which scene I'm talking about, Uncle Richard would repeatedly rewind that over and over again, giggling in glee as he watched my dad squirm and groan and cover his eyes. And my dad just hated it. And Richard was just having a glorious time torturing him with that. So that is just one of my favorite memories of Uncle Richard. That is how I will remember him. And, even though he leaves a big hole in physical reality, he holds a huge space in our memories and in our hearts. We love you.
May you have auspiciousness and causes of success. May you have the confidence to always do your best. May you take no effort in your being generous, sharing what you can, nothing more, nothing less. May you know the meaning of the word happiness. May you always lead from the beating in your chest. May you be treated like an esteemed guest. May you get to rest, may you catch your breath. May the best of your todays be the worst of your tomorrows. Whoa. May the road less paved be the road that you follow. Oh. Well, here's to the hearts that you're gonna break. Here's to the lives that you're gonna change. Here's to the infinite possible ways to love you. I want you to have it. Here's to the good times we're gonna have. You don't need money, you got a free pass. Here's to the fact that I'd be sad without you. I you to have it all. I want you to have it all. I want you to have it. I want you to have it all. May you be as fascinating as a slap bracelet. May you keep the chaos and the clutter off your desk. May you have unquestionable health and less stress. Having no possessions though immeasurable wealth. May you get a gold star on your next test. May your educated guesses always be correct. And may you win prizes shining like diamonds. May you really own it each moment to the next. Or may the best of your todays be the worst of your tomorrows. Whoa. Or may the road less paved be the road that you follow. Oh, well, here's to the hearts that you're gonna break. Here's to the lives that you're gonna change. Here's to the infinite possible ways to love you. I want you to have it. Here's to the good times we're gonna have. You don't need money, you got a free pass. Here's to the fact that I'll be sad without you. I want you to have it all.
Let me tell you the story about Richard and the demonic mongoose. It was back when Richard and I had a step business. The company that did our powder coating held a golf tournament at a course just south of Sherwood Park. We weren't much for golfers, but we went out for the event anyway. It was a shotgun start, so we started somewhere on the back nine. When we got around to the number 1 tee box, we teed up and then noticed some guys in the nearby trees. They had cages and looked like they were trying to trap something. We went over there to see what they were up to. They said some exotic mongoose or mongooses or whatever had escaped and they had been seen in the area. They had managed to trap one of them and had it in a cage. These things were deadlier than grizzly bears and would kill anything they ran into. The cage with the mongoose was all mangled with teeth marks and scratch marks in places where it had chewed through the metal bars. The mongoose was under a cover in the cage with just its tail sticking out, but it was thrashing around and making an awful racket. The trapper wanted to show us the mongoose, so he opened the top just a little bit and started poking around with a stick. This thing shot out of the top and landed right on Richard. Richard, not a real springy guy, rocketed backwards, stumbling and landing on his back, thrashing and hollering in terror like a banshee, while at the same time beating himself with his golf club trying to get the thing off of him. Of course, the demonic mongoose was just a tennis ball with a tail tied to it, but it took a while to convince Richard. I don't think it improved his playing for the rest of the game. I expect the guys that won the golf tournament don't even remember the day. Richard and I got last place trophy, and which I still have, and some stories and memories that will last forever.
In a time full of war, be peace. In a time full of doubt, just believe. Yeah, there ain't that much difference between you and me. In a time full of war, be peace. In a world full of hate, be a light. When you do somebody wrong, make it right. Don't hide in the dark, you were born to shine. In a world full of hate, be a light. In a place that needs change, make a difference. In a time full of noise, just listen. 'Cause life is but a breeze, better live it. In a place that needs to change, make a difference. In a world full of hate, be a light. When you do somebody wrong, make it right. Oh, don't hide in the dark, you were born to shine. In a world full of hate, be a light. La 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 la. finish line is 6 feet in the ground. In a race you can't win, just slow it down. In a world full of hate, be alive. Oh, when you do somebody wrong, make it right, make it right. Don't hide in the dark, you were born to shine. In a world full of hate, be alive. Yeah, it's hard to live in color when you just see black and white. In a world full of hate, be alive.
First man on the job. Mama got me and Lee to school on time, and she was waiting there at 3 o'clock. Taught us both how to see right from wrong and how to talk to God. We didn't have much, but what we had was more than enough. I'm blessed, got everything I need. I'm blessed, got love all around me. When times get tough, I tell myself it's okay, I'ma be alright. I'm blessed, got another day to breathe. I'm blessed, good health, family. Remind myself that each and every day. I'm blessed, taking life on in these beat up boots, forging my own path. Found a good girl I can hold on to, yeah, she's always got my back. Doing my best to be a better man and still talk to God. I don't have much, but what I got is more than enough. I'm blessed, got everything I need. I'm blessed, got love all around me. When times get tough, I tell myself it's okay, I'ma be alright. I'm blessed, got another day to breathe. I'm blessed, good health, family. Remind myself that each and every day I'm blessed. I'm blessed. Remind myself that each and every day I'm blessed. When I get to feeling down, pulling me under, and there's no one else around. When I start to wonder, I close my eyes, I see these gifts that I've had the whole time, and I remember why, I'm blessed, got everything I need. I'm blessed, got love all around me. When times get tough, I tell myself it's okay, I'ma be alright. I'm blessed, got another